The diplomatic vessel Ember's Breath descended through Earth's polluted atmosphere with the grace of a falling star. Its scales, yes, scales, for the ship was grown, not built shimmering with iridescent heat shielding. Inside the main chamber, Ambassador Kyraxith adjusted the neural interface crown upon his massive serpentine head, feeling the vessel's descent through his own nervous system as if he were diving through clouds himself. "Ambassador, we're approaching Sector 7 Delta," his aide, a younger dragon named Selvix, announced through the shared consciousness link. The human settlement designation, the Hollows. Kyraxith's golden eyes narrowed. He had studied human civilization extensively during the 3-month journey from Dranus Prime. Once, humanity had reached for the stars, built cities of light, and dreamed of immortality. Then came the collapse resource wars, climate catastrophe, and the final blow, the gray plague that rendered 90% of Earth's surface uninhabitable. Now, barely 200 million humans remained, scattered in survival enclaves. Their once great civilization reduced to scavenging ruins. The dragon diplomat had volunteered for this mission against the Council's recommendations. Most dragons viewed humanity as a cautionary tale, a species that had squandered paradise. But Kyraxith saw something else in the fragmented human transmissions they'd intercepted: resilience, creativity, and perhaps most importantly, desperation. Desperate species made excellent allies or tragic enemies. The vessel settled on a cracked landing pad that had once served commercial aircraft. Kyraxith's physical form was imposing even by dragon standards, 12 meters from snout to tail, wings that could blot out the sun, scales that had turned from emerald to deep sapphire with age. He had lived for 3 centuries and served as a diplomat for 2. Yet nothing in his experience had prepared him for what awaited outside. The air tasted wrong. Kyraxith's enhanced olfactory sensors detected heavy metals, industrial toxins, and the sour tang of organic decay. Through the viewport, he observed the human settlement, makeshift structures cobbled together from pre-collapse materials. Solar panels jury-rigged to ancient batteries, and people so many thin, haunted people watching his ship with expressions mixing fear and hope. "Selvix, prepare the relief supplies," Kyraxith commanded, "and maintain shields at 30%. I don't anticipate hostility, but protocols exist for reasons." As the airlock hissed open and the ramp extended, Kyraxith emerged into Earth's weak sunlight. The gravity felt slightly heavy. Dragons had evolved on a world with lower gravity but manageable. A delegation of humans approached, led by a woman whose silver hair and worn face suggested leadership earned through survival rather than election. "Ambassador Kyraxith," she said in accented but clear galactic common, a language that had spread across colonized space before humanity's fall. "I am Elder Sarah Mitchell. On behalf of the Hollows, we welcome you to Earth." Before Kyraxith could respond with the carefully rehearsed diplomatic greeting, a commotion erupted from behind the human delegation. A small figure broke through, a boy, perhaps 8 or 9 years old, his clothes patched and repatched, his face smudged with dirt but animated with desperate urgency. "Wait. Please wait," the boy shouted, his voice cracking. "Daniel!" Elder Mitchell's tone carried both mortification and concern. "You cannot interrupt," but Daniel was already moving, darting past the startled adults with the fearless determination that only children and the truly desperate possess. He skidded to a stop directly in front of Kyraxith's massive head, tilting his neck back to meet those ancient golden eyes. "Mom didn't eat?" Daniel said breathlessly, his words tumbling over each other. "She gave me her ration 3 days running now. Can you share old food, please? Dragons live long time, right? You must have old food, maybe spoiled for you, but good for us? Anything?" Silence fell like a physical weight. Elder Mitchell's face had gone pale, the other humans frozen in a tableau of horror and shame. Kyraxith understood immediately. The boy had committed a profound breach of protocol, possibly endangering whatever goodwill might exist between their species. Worse, he had revealed the depth of humanity's desperation in the most humiliating way possible, but Kyraxith was not thinking of protocol. He was thinking of the comprehensive briefings he'd received. The statistics that had seemed abstract from the comfort of his study on Draconis Prime, 70% of human children suffered from chronic malnutrition. Average lifespan had dropped to 43 years, and maternal mortality had skyrocketed as mothers prioritized their children's survival over their own. He was also thinking of something more immediate and more painful, the boy's eyes. They held no shame, no awareness that he had done anything except what any child would do, try to save his mother. Kyraxis slowly, carefully lowered his massive head until he was nearly eye level with Daniel. The boy didn't flinch. Kyraxis' nostrils flared and he could smell the child's biochemistry undernourishment. Stress hormones, but also something else. Courage. Pure. Undiluted courage born not from ignorance but from love. Daniel, Kyraxis said softly, his voice a deep rumble that resonated in chest cavities. What is your mother's name? Jassy, the boy answered immediately. Jassy Ruse. She works in hydroponics, but the yield's been bad. And she keeps saying she's not hungry, but I know she's lying because Selvix, Kyraxis interrupted gently, speaking through their neural link. Bring medical supplies and nutritional supplements. Enough for a family of 2 for 6 months, immediately. Then, to Elder Mitchell, forgive me, Elder, but I must insist on a modification to our meeting schedule. I wish to meet Jassy Reeves and conduct a personal assessment of your medical and nutritional infrastructure before we proceed with formal negotiations. Elder Mitchell's eyes widened, then glistened. Ambassador, that's extraordinarily generous, but nothing, Kyraxis said firmly. He turned back to Daniel. Young human, you have just conducted the most effective diplomatic opening in my 3 centuries of experience. You have reminded me why I came to Earth, not to negotiate trade agreements or strategic alliances, but because civilizations are built one family at a time, one child at a time, one mother at a time,